No matter what kind of music you listen to, I love something that you hate. Blackbird, Raum, Whitebled. Blackbird Raum is a folk punk band from the Bay Area, and that when I first started playing the banjo seriously, it was in my first folk punk band. They were the high watermark, always one step beyond whatever I was doing. They were definitely contemporaries of mine, and I took a lot of influence, and I would see them around town busking or just at the shows we had in common. And I wouldn't say that we were friends, but we knew each other. And they were just more musically developed and had ideas that I was really looking to incorporate, of capturing how to do folk music styles within a hardcore punk background. Much more successfully than what I did. I was much more arty than they ever were, but they really captured something I was jealous of. Definitely Caspian, the banjo player, is the only banjo player that I've actually really admired the playing of, because he can play traditionally. He's a very good banjo player if you want to play like square dance music. But he didn't just sit there. He took in a lot of musical influences from different folk styles and just like the punk background that we're all for. For me, the band really hit their high watermark for the album Destroying, which was the last album with the full classic lineup of the band. Caspian has put out a new album with new musicians playing with him, and I like that as well, but Destroying is so severe and harsh and musically interesting and goes a lot of places and really showcases the different musical and influences that the band had, and just sounds great. For this album, they were able to get like a jug band setup and really make it sound full and like heavy. Like if you're into metal and you think of that adjective, heavy, Blackbird Raum pulls that off so well here with a tub bass, a washboard, banjo, and accordion, and some mandolin like bass mandolin like instrument. Lyrically, I pretty much don't relate to them just because they're very nihilistic world doom. Derek Jensen, if you know who that writer is, if he means anything to you, and I can't say they're wrong, but they're wrong. But I can't say that I'm confused or I find them naive or silly even. I just don't actually think that their analysis is probably correct. But it's the sort of divide that I've always had over the radical politics that I share with a lot of my community. That my response is like, all right, what's next? What are our core values? How do we treat each other? And this is all a bit more doom and gloom, we're all screwed, which, you know, maybe we are, but then what? The opening piece to this album is really just a prime example of taking post-hardcore influences, metal influences in song structure, and really just the dynamic change and like what harmonies they're gonna choose. Like their chord choices are not like major and minor. Is it happy or is it sad? It's like very ambiguous, very hard, but very emotionally resonant for me. And I have simply just been jealous of this band because they have really pushed my influences into a direction that I wish that I had done it at least first, if not as well. No, I wish I had done it as well, even if I did it after them. But and this series is part of a playlist that I made about all the musical influences that I've had over the years, either what made me want to play music or music that I want to make music like. You can find that playlist on Spotify. It's Why I Picked Up the Gun and Where I Aimed.